Over the last year, the Thai government have changed the visa regulations. There's been lots of toing and froing about what visas will be used and whether or not back-to-back entries are now allowed. They're not. The most important thing to remember is hold a valid visa and do not let it expire, or else you will be on overstay, which will lead to you being blacklisted, fined and ultimately deported from Thailand. The most popular visa-run destinations are Kuala Lumpur and Vientiane. People tend to fly to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia and take an overnight minivan to Vientiane in Laos. The most common visas to obtain at Thai embassies and consulates are B visas for business, O visa, dependent visa, ED visa, education visas, retirement visas, must be over 50 years old, and lastly tourist visas. In October last year, the Thai government introduced the 6-month multiple entry tourist visa, where each stay is valid for 60 days, and you can then re-enter the country again and start another 60-day cycle. But these have to be obtained from your country of residence. Taking the plane to Kuala Lumpur is the most common method of transport, and prices start at about 5,000 baht return with AirAsia. Going to Laos involves booking a ticket with one of the many visa-run companies, such as 5-star visa runs on Soi 13. Prices include the trip, the cost of the visa, as well as food and accommodation, and start from about 6,900 baht per person up to about 9,000 baht, depending on your visa requirement. The trip to the border to cross over the Thai-Lao Friendship Bridge takes about 8 hours, and you leave Pattaya at about 7 p.m. at night. In the morning, you get to the embassy and hand over your passport with the documents. As there are always a lot of people, be patient, as it takes time. You then have the rest of the day to entertain yourself. Vientiane is very quiet, but there are some notable temples to visit, and the nightlife is based on the banks of the Mekong River, where you can buy artifacts and also find bars and restaurants. The following morning, the van driver normally collects the passports from the embassy, and then you're on your way home. You will normally arrive at about 11 p.m. In Kuala Lumpur, the routine is the same. You submit your passport in the morning and then collect it the following afternoon. Kuala Lumpur is a large metropolitan city with about 4 million inhabitants. It is home to the famous Petronas Twin Towers, as well as the National Mosque, a vibrant Chinatown, Little India, and various museums. The main nightlife is centered on Jalan P. Ramlee, which is full of clubs and large bars, while Changkat Bukit Bintang is where you will find trendy restaurants and smaller bars. So, to recap, here are the essential items that you will need. Number 1, your passport. Number 2, money, roughly 2,000 baht. Number 3, passport photos. 4, spare clothes, but remember to travel light. 5, your mobile phone. So, enjoy your visa run trip, and remember, please don't leave it to the last minute, as many of these seats do get taken quite early on.